Y'all pardon the noise that air conditioning heater makes there. It's a little bit loudish. You might not be able to hear me, but if you can't, just read my lips. Oh, I'm sitting out here sanding my toenails. I know that ain't nothing you want to see or know about, but you know, there's a movie about this called The World's Fastest Indian. It's about this old guy that lives over in Australia or someplace like that, might be New Zealand. And he's got this old motorcycle that he's been working on in his garage all by himself, and everybody around him don't understand him, you know, because he's an old guy that messes around with old motorcycle. But he knows that in America, there's a Salt Lake, and people bring their old motorcycles and cars and stuff, and they try to see who can go the fastest in the world. So he makes it a plan to go to America and race, you know, get his motorcycle out on them big salt flats and see how fast it'll go. And in a scene in the movie, he's grinding off his toenails because he's got some bad toenails, you know, some big ugly monster toenails like I got. He got a grinder out, and there's some kid watching him, and the kid's going, "Ooh, that's gross," you know. And that's kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm just working on my toenails. But I thought while I was sitting here, I'd tell you that as soon as I got back in the house a while ago, Eric Polson called me on the telephone. He's been hanging out with Rusty Acres, and they've been talking about stuff. And I told you he was coming up here, but I also said that I didn't think he had any videos up. Well, I was wrong. Apparently, he has been putting videos up on the YouTube. In fact, he made one where he fixed something very badly. And then he said, "I'm going to R-Peak fix this," because, you know, I got a sticker that says, "R-Peak, I can fix that." And I guess I've created a terminology to use when you fix something very badly. Like we used to say, "I'll do a redneck repair job on that." Well, now there's this R-Peak. I'm going to do an R-Peak fix on that. That means you get a piece of radiator hose and you wrap it around the umbrella pole and you put 2 clamps on it, and that way your umbrella pole might be a little floppery, but it still works, you know. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that, because where I mentioned before that, you know, he wasn't making any videos and he wasn't on YouTube, but I was just totally wrong. See, just one more example of my inadequateness, my inadequacies and all. So I thought I'd say that while I was out here working on my toenail. What I do is it's so big and so strong that it gets hurting my foot, and I have to sand the backbone off of it so I can crack it, and that way it don't hurt where it digs into. You know, my mom had ingrown toenails, and she wound up having her toes removed. No, not her toes. She wound up having her toenails removed, and boy, didn't her feet look funny without no toenails. I don't want to have to go through that. I don't want nobody yanking out my toenails. So I just give me some sandpaper, and I just sand them down. Once they get to the size of a normal toenail, they don't hurt so much because they got more flexibility, you know. But that's probably more than you ever wanted to know about ugly toenails and ingrown toenails. But you did get that good part in there about Eric Polson. He was, like I say, he was having breakfast with Rusty Acres this morning. They talking about my truck. Rusty's down there doing amazing things with my truck. He was talking about drive shafts and some kind of other thing. I didn't know what it was that he's fixing, and tires he's putting on it, and exhaust pipes he's putting on it. He just, bless his heart, he's just doing a work and a wonder. In fact, Eric said something about me and him and Rusty running up to Maine together to bring back them Crosley's, and I thought, wouldn't that be a hoot? 3 of us in the cab of a pickup truck for 4 days. Wouldn't that make good video? Just imagine the jokes that we couldn't put out there in public because they would be unacceptable to the rest of the world. But oh, wouldn't it be fun? Okay, that's not the best in the world, but at least it takes some of the pressure off. That's a little bit more. So that's all I had to say here. Like I say, we're going to run to town to get us a hamburger here in a few minutes. So I just want to check in with y'all, let you know what's going on out in the bigger world. Some people, you know, right now are all worked up about things that really got them worked up. And I just think that, you know, bless their hearts. I don't know what to say except don't watch the news. Y'all stay away from that news now, because I know a lot of people that are really upset because they've been watching too much news. I think they put something in the news that it affects people very badly. Hey, there's Honey Baby.
I'm just watching you, and I'm like, he's out there just chattering away. You've got a YouTube audience. You're just talking away.
You know what I'm doing? I'm following. I love the way you do that. That sounds just like me. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, baby. You about ready to go get a hamburger? All right, let me put my socks back on. I got my feet all naked here. I ain't pointed the camera at my feet because I didn't want to scare anybody. You know, I see these big monster toes and all, but yeah, I put that away. I put that away before somebody gets hurt. Okay then.